The final days of a loved one's life can be one of the most difficult things to accept.
And for veterans who have served our country, the end doesn't have to be lonely, thanks to one veteran who's been there. Elias Johnson reports.
I was overseas 39 months.
U.S. Air Force Sergeant Steve SQUIER was stationed in Japan over 45 years ago.
I was Morse intercept operator.
Spending most days using his ears to crack code during the Cold War.
And that's back when secrets meant secrets.
Today, his skills have been called upon once again.
Where are we going?
We're going to see Bill.
And like decades ago, he has no idea what the message will be.
Every story is a different story, and you just sit there and listen.
A short drive outside Osceola, the mission objective is in sight.
Well, Bill, we're here.
And Sergeant SQUIER settles in.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing fine. How you doing?
Good.
To listen.
Yeah, the winners were something.
Seated next to fellow Air Force veteran Bill Mullins, the pair trade stories of their time in the service, which may not seem like a big deal to anyone else in the room.
I hadn't heard that expression for a long time.
But it means everything for Sergeant Mullins and his wife as he receives in-home hospice care.
When he first went into hospice care, they said he probably wouldn't get better. I said we're going to do everything we can to prove them wrong. He's gotten better. He doesn't have a lot of pain, and I do think, Steve, talking with him about those young years and in the service is a distraction.
We just got to talking and realized that we had similar vocations in the military.
For this brief moment, any thought about what's going wrong disappears.
When somebody like Steve walks in and he does have that kind of special sense of humor, and he uses that sometimes, and it does just help them kind of forget about, their aches and pains and the fact that they don't have very much longer to be on this earth.
Bill is just one of dozens of veterans Steve has volunteered to spend time with over the years, thanks to the We Honor Vets program offered through HCI Care Services.
You served our country, and you deserve to be recognized.
And Steve knows firsthand how important having a fellow veteran by your side can be.
When I retired, I got prostate cancer, and that's where I met some volunteers up to the VA in Des Moines, bringing veterans up there for a visit to the doctor.
After beating his diagnosis, the meeting meant so much, Steve knew what he needed to do. That was 7 years ago. Every time he meets what he thinks is his last veteran, the phone rings with another client who could use a friend.
Well, I've met a lot of wonderful people, and I think I would miss it. Unfortunately, your friendships are short.
The hardest part?
Yeah, is the friendships are short, yeah.
What's the shortest friendship that you've had?
One day.
A day he'll never forget, and one that keeps fueling his mission to be there for fellow veterans like Bill.
We had no idea what was in store for us, but it helped us a great deal.
Is this one of the more difficult things you've ever done, as much as it's been rewarding?
This is more difficult than being in the service. Yeah. It's the right thing to do, and somebody needs to do it. I meet a hero every time I go see one of these guys.
Elias Johnson, Local 5 News. We are Iowa.
Veterans Visits is one of the many programs HCI offers veterans. If you'd like to find out more about what they can do for your loved one, or if you'd like to become a volunteer, a link to that information is posted on our website, weareiowa.com.